In the world of long-distance trade, the daily routine of a caravan began well before dawn. Guards were the first to stir, rousing merchants, soldiers, slaves, and guides from sleep. The very first task of the day was the inspection of camels, animals considered indispensable to desert travel. Without them, traversing vast arid regions would have been impossible. Camels were uniquely suited to desert conditions, capable of surviving several days without water. However, they required careful loading. Improper distribution of weight could quickly lead to exhaustion or injury, jeopardizing the entire caravan. Morning meals were modest. The standard fare consisted of dates, flatbread, and either water or fermented milk. In more affluent caravans, hot spiced drinks resembling early tea or coffee might be prepared, assuming spices were available. Breaking camp was a swift and organized process. Time was of the essence, as the rising sun brought oppressive heat. Therefore, caravans typically departed with the first light, making use of the early morning's relative coolness. The caravan advanced in strict formation. A seasoned guide led at the front, often able to navigate by celestial markers. Behind him marched the merchants and armed escorts. Bringing up the rear were the laborers and slaves, responsible for the heaviest loads. Conversation during travel was rare. The dry desert air quickly dehydrated the mouth, and energy had to be conserved. Falling behind was not tolerated. The caravan could not afford to stop for individuals without endangering the entire group. Contrary to expectation, the greatest threat was not the sun, but banditry. Ambushes were common in remote regions. As a result, caravans maintained constant vigilance, and larger groups often paid tributes to local tribes in exchange for safe passage. At midday, when the sun reached its peak, the caravan halted. Shade was sought among rocks, or improvised using cloth canopies. Camels were watered with great caution, and travelers rested, performed repairs, or simply tried to recover from the heat. Travel resumed at dusk. Evening hours offered cooler temperatures and reduced risk of attack. Reaching an oasis or a known stopover was considered fortunate, as it allowed for resupply and information exchange with other travelers. Night brought a distinct rhythm to caravan life. Fires were lit, stories were exchanged in hushed tones, and plans were made for the next leg of the journey. However, guards remained on duty, constantly scanning the dark horizon for any signs of danger. And so, the caravan advanced, across deserts, mountain ranges, and steppes, until, at last, the outline of their destination emerged: a trade hub, a distant market, or a vital port. If this glimpse into the life of ancient caravans intrigued you, consider liking the video, subscribe for more explorations into the past, and share your thoughts in the comments. Would you have endured such a journey?